Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me.
Kia ora whānau. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kendyl, and for those of you returning, welcome back. This is Seed's 5th event for 2018, and I just cannot believe how quickly this year's flying by. So welcome to Finding Purpose in Your Playground. I'll start there. Whenever I begin my initial research for these events, I always begin with myself and then expand my scope into the greater ecosystem that we, as human beings, are a part of. I hope that in my quest to shape these big ideas, I lose the whole notion of self and instead paint a picture of what purpose might look like in the 21st century. Now, this is usually my goal, but this month I fell short. I struggled to remove myself from this playground. The irony of trying to find the purpose of finding purpose in your playground was not lost on me. Naturally, I began with Google, like I always do. I was hoping for an easy answer, 5 simple steps, a quick TED talk, something that would make writing this simple. Instead, I found myself 5 hours later being led down a rabbit hole that had no foreseeable end. One that was filled with contradiction, questions, and no answers. Google was speaking to me in riddles, ones that sounded good but offered very little clarity. Something like this. The 2 most important days in your life are the day you were born and the day you find out why. Or, the purpose of life is a life of purpose. Or, what is your why? So a single Google search left me uninspired and a little bit agitated. Which, for those of you who know me, I felt stuck. Guys, I felt stuck. And in my effort to shape this big idea of finding purpose, I instead found myself questioning whether I knew mine. The many experts available on Dr. Google were telling me that finding your purpose is meant to be a liberating experience, one that opens doors and gives you meaning. I found the opposite to be true. I found a social imperative instead, one that told me having a purpose or having a why or having that 30-year plan is the mark of a successful human. This felt limiting, not liberating. It felt like failing. It felt like somehow I had failed and I hadn't even started. We live in a world where a dangerously limiting idea remains at the heart of everything we know to be true about success. That you have a singular passion, that your job is to find this passion, to pursue this passion, to make a living out of this passion, excluding anything else. Now, if you do this, everything will fall into place. And if you don't, then you failed. The pressure starts young. It lurks in the backdrop of our lives, reminding us constantly that we're not quite cutting it. We hear it when we finish high school or when we graduate university. Wow, the whole world's at your feet. What are you going to do now? It's intimidating. Something inside shrivels when our minds come up blank, when we don't have something interesting to respond with. And should we dare respond with, I don't know, I'm still figuring it out, the accidental judgment and deer in headlights look we get back kind of stunts any conversation. This is a social imperative at work. We are judged for not having purpose and for not knowing our playground. There is an expectation to choose your passion and pursue nothing else. Now, this word passion kept popping up, and it was confusing to me because I thought this was about purpose and playground. But as I went down the rabbit hole, I discovered that we as human beings are quick to mistake passion with purpose. We think that following our passions will result in the purpose that we have all been told we need to find. Be wary of this passion trap. Passion is not a plan, it's a feeling, and feelings change. This is a human trait we all share. We can be passionate about a person, about a job, about a city, and wake up the next day completely indifferent. We know this to be true, and yet we continue to use passion as our measure for success. We need to start seeing passion for what it really is, strong and barely controlled emotion. It is an emotion that shakes and crumbles, builds and rebuilds purpose. I have been passionate about many things. I've been passionate about sport, then that faded. I am passionate about teaching and have found purpose in my work with young people. I am passionate about becoming a homeowner and I found purpose in making that happen. I am passionate about the work I do with Seed and the people I have found here. Passion doesn't have a time frame. Sometimes It fizzles fast, and sometimes it lasts a lifetime. Passion is the stepping stone. Maybe it's not the foundation of our purpose. And our purpose can change and shift just as our passions do. We must remain kind to ourselves if we are to navigate the playgrounds of our purpose and come out the other end unscathed. Passion fades and purpose change. The playground, however, is entirely up to you. Finding your purpose should not come from a social complex that has blossomed from a world that is hell-bent on knowing your why. It should not shake you to the core of who you are, even though it often does. It should be leaning into the parts of yourself that you most enjoy, the bits that allow you to feel happy. If I discovered anything after my 5 long hours on Google, it was that finding purpose had a single common denominator, one that allows you to have success in the playground of your choosing. It was the simple answer I had been looking for all along. It wasn't 5 simple steps, it wasn't a TED talk, but it did make writing this easy. It all comes down to a single word, 5 letters that will help you on the road to finding your purpose and your playground. All you have to do is start. So, passion or no passion, purpose or no purpose, I challenge you, when opportunity comes knocking, when something catches your attention, even for just a moment, lean into it. Feel the discomfort of something new and start anyway. In our passion, we must find the courage to start something. This something might give us purpose or it might not. When our passion burns out, at least we can be strong in our conviction that we tried, that we started when no one else did, that we took a leap into the unknown, knowing that it might not end well, knowing that it might not lead to a why or to a purpose or to that 30-year plan. I think we get so caught up on trying to figure out our purpose that we simply forget to start. With that being said, I would like to introduce our speakers.